What's going on, guys? I'm with the Moose, and today I'm back with another episode of my Red Sox franchise. This time keeping with the old format, or not the old format, the format we used last video. I thought it was a very good format. You guys can see here we're starting this series with the Astros with a 25-10 record. It's a 4-game set at Fenway Park. Hopefully you can take a few victories and continue this hot streak we've had going in May. Really had a good year so far. Hanley Ramirez, bottom of the second inning, destroys one to center field. Thought it was going to be gone. Instead, he's chugging around second, trying to get to third, and he is somehow safe. I could have sworn he was out, but hey, the ump called him safe, and they didn't challenge it, so I'll take it. Hanley in with the triple, and pretty good start here in the game. Now Travis Shaw, a little tapper to second base. That's an easy out for the Astros, but we take the first run of the game, take a lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Really nice to get a nice lead like that, but then right again in the top of the third, the next half inning, the Astros leading off with a nice single right there over Hanley Ramirez's head. Wasn't able to catch that one. And then Carlos Correa destroys one to left center field. That one's going to be a base hit. Jackie Bradley Jr. overrunning it like crazy. That's going to allow that run to score. And they're going to tie this one up 1-1. So just like that, a 1-1 game. Bottom of the third, Dustin Pedroia up. He's going to single to right field, this time giving us a first and second with Xander Bogaerts coming up. Can we do anything? That would be fantastic. Chris Young instead. Xander Bogaerts not even playing this game. I don't know why I forgot about that. Chris Young was in the lineup instead of Xander, and there was a couple other changes as well. Rutledge in the lineup as well. Right here we tested a little bit after Chris Young with a nice double. We score one. Pedroia not speedy enough to get around and could not score that run, sadly. But hey, that's all right. Now Hanley to left field. This is in the bottom of the fourth inning. Crushing that one deep and far, and that one's going to be off the monster. This time Ortiz chugging around third. Can he score? Zero speed, David Ortiz, and thankfully the throw is a little bit wild, and Jason Castro cannot handle it at home, and we're able to score there. So, another risky move base running wise, and we got a little bit lucky there that we were able to score a run. Now Josh Rutledge, he's in the game for Xander, obviously hitting in the 7 hole, I believe, and he's able to get a sac fly, bring Hanley home from third, and we are taking a nice 4-1 lead in this one. Really solid, always nice to see that. Now in the top of the ninth, a 5-1 lead. Very, very solid in this time. This guy does not miss the ball. I believe this was George Springer. Huge home run to center field. Really good shot there, but it's still 5-2. Robbie Ross on the mound, kind of closing it out, so to speak. Pretty much just trying to save, guys like Craig Kimbrell and Koji Ohara for more important games here in the ninth. But hey, Springer taking us deep, and hopefully we can get this final out. Yes, we can. This time Rutledge over to first, and we are able to get the final out of the game. Take the first game of the series. Andrew Cashner gets the win. You guys can see here in the little box score, Cashner pitched a great game, 8 innings pitched, only 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts. Hanley Ramirez had a couple big time hits, and moving into the next game now, we're trying to keep this streak rolling. You never know when you're going to stop being hot, so you want to keep the hot streak rolling as long as possible. You guys can see here, normal lineup today. Ryan Hannigan obviously in at catcher, but that's about it for this game. Astros kind of floundering, 17-19, kind of like they are in real life as well. Who knows if they'll be able to turn it around, but right here, top of the first, Eduardo Rodriguez getting just turned around. This time a nice double with a guy in second. That's going to bring in a run. Astros are quickly ahead in the first inning here, and this game really was not Eduardo's best. This time, top of the second, they're going to get another base hit with a guy in second base. Jackie Bradley Jr. coming up throwing. He's got a great arm. He throws it all the way home, and I thought he was going to be out, but Ryan Hannigan had to field that one a little bit ahead of the plate. Was not able to get the reach around tag, and unfortunately they're taking a 2-0 lead. Now Eduardo pitching, and wow, this one was clobbered to right field. That one is way, way out of here. Eduardo giving up a home run right here. I believe that was a solo shot, and that's going to be 3-0 now. Just getting destroyed in the early going. Eduardo really not finishing any of his pitches. A lot of stuff up, a lot of hanging sliders and changeups and stuff like that the Astros just were not missing in this game. And obviously Eduardo pretty upset about himself right there that he gave up that moonshot, especially to a lefty. You don't want to give up lefty on lefty hits or home runs or anything, honestly. But now we're in the top of the third, 3-1 lead this time, and Carlos Correa does not miss one. Hits it to the deepest part of the park in Fenway Park and just destroys it. This time giving the Astros a 5-1 lead. Big time home run right there, and Eduardo's struggles continue in this game. Definitely got to clean that up if he wants to stay in the rotation, honestly. In real life he hasn't pitched yet, but right now in in this franchise mode, he's got to clean his act up or he's going to be gone soon. But Now we're into the top of the fourth. Eduardo still in the hill, trying to get some innings out of him. Just see how long we can get him. And he walks Jason Castro, I believe this is, after a single to lead off the inning. So we got first and second. Jose Altuve up. They're stealing third, and he's actually able to, single one through to the left side. That's going to get another run in there. Brock Holt not able to come up throwing and get Singleton at home. So that's another run across. 6-1 now. Carlos Gomez, he singles it up the middle. This time, going to bring in another run as well. Bradley coming up throwing again. Can we finally get our out? This time I was a little bit closer, but unfortunately the slide was a very good one getting in there. Now, right here in the bottom of the ninth, we unfortunately had a couple guys on base, but Hanley Ramirez grounding out to third to end the game. So kind of a rough outing for Eduardo. Only pitched 3 innings. We had to take him out. Joe Kelly pitched a long time, but Eduardo 9 earned runs and no strikeouts. Very rough game for Eduardo. And definitely want to clean that up, or else it could be a long season for him. Now, game 3 of the series, hopefully we can get back on track here. Obviously, that Eduardo Rodriguez game was not what we needed. That's a very bad way to come crashing back down to earth after such a crazy run. We only had 1 loss in the entire month of May up until that point, and you never know what kind of effect that's going to have on the team. Now, right here, Carlos Gomez in the 3rd inning. He just clobbers one over the monster. This one's long gone. Carlos Gomez playing very well in this franchise mode for the Houston Astros. Unfortunately, not playing very well at all in real life at the current moment, but very big-time home run right there off Rick Porcello, who has not been that great in this franchise mode. Been very good in real life, but not been very good in this franchise. Now we're in the top of the 4th this time, and bases loaded. Dustin Pedroia not able to make the play over to first. I believe that was George Springer running down the line. They're able to get another run across as we couldn't get the out. But then Travis Shaw, he's hitting one deep to left field in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one's going to be gone off the light tower. That is out of here, and we're finally getting a run across. This time going to be 3-1. Shaw with a booming home run, 347 feet, and to the opposite field too, which is just amazing to see. Just a monster home run. You guys can see how high that was on the monster. Now, moving into the top of the 7th, Robbie Ross in. This was a mistake on my part. I'm not going to lie about that. They get a run across as the guy was on second, get a hit to center field. They're taking a 4-1 lead now. And Robbie Ross just getting destroyed right here by Colby Rasmus. They're going to take a 6-1 lead after that home run. That one was a moonshot about 8 rows back over the bullpens. That is a very, very long way in Fenway Park. It doesn't necessarily look like it was that far, but it's definitely a far home run right there. Now, Chris Young pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 8th. Got runners on first and second. Can he do anything? Got a lefty on the mound, I believe. It was Tony Sipp. This time getting a grounder to the left side. Their third baseman couldn't handle it. I believe that's Luis Valbuena. And we're able to get on, so we got bases loaded. Blake Swihart, he's going to rip one to right field. This one's going to get down in front of Springer. We're taking 1 run, and then another one coming across. Can he beat the throw? Yes, he can. There we go, get another run. Travis Shaw scoring right there with a nice slide. Now Mookie Betts, his up. We're only down 3. We got 2 men on. A home run would tie the game, but a single through the middle is just fine as well. We're going to be able to score on this one again. 6-4 now, and you never know. Maybe we're able to come back 6-4. Dustin Pedroia at the plate. 2-1 count. He's going to crush one to right field, but just not enough on it. George Springer's going to get back there almost near the warning track and retire Pedroia for the final out here. And then Hanley Ramirez up at the plate again, just like last game, making the final out of the game. Unfortunately, we're not able to come back in this one. Thought it was going to, had a chance in the bottom of the 8th there. If Pedroia could have gotten a hit, maybe we could have kept that rally going. But unfortunately, Lance McCullers pretty much shut us down. Only 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. Had a very good game for himself. But even Rick Porcello didn't pitch too bad either. But the final game of the series, the rubber match, Game 4. Trying to see if we can salvage a 2-2 split in this series, especially because it was at home. Definitely want to win as many home games as you can. Leading off the bottom of the 1st inning, Mookie Betts making sure the Red Sox can come away with a victory this time. Another massive home run. This one kind of near where that Shaw hit the last game, near the light tower. Just a booming home run. You knew exactly right when he hit it that it was gone. Very, very nice to see that. Mookie Betts had been kind of struggling before that, and he gets the home run. Now, David Price on the hill here. He gives up a single to give up 1 run right here, and then Jose Altuve coming around from second, but Brock Holt with the cannon. Not something you normally think, but he gets Altuve at the plate to keep it at a tied 1-1 game. Now, bottom of the 7th, Travis Shaw again, this time over the monster once again. It's not something you think of Travis Shaw very often, is hit it to the opposite field, but he's been using it tremendously ever since he came back 3-4 games ago. And what a home run right there to give us a 2-1 lead. That home run is going to be massive in the grand scheme of things in this one. That is a big time home run. Definitely love to see that. Now, David Price, he gets his final strikeout of the game right here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He pitched 8 innings, had 15 Ks. Now in the top of the 9th, we are bringing in Craig Kimbrell. He gets a nice strikeout on a knuckle curve. That was a beautiful pitch. And then final batter of the game, Luis Valbuena. He strikes out on a 97-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. Craig Kimbrell gets the save. David Price the victory. 15 strikeouts, like I mentioned, and a very good game overall. So a solid series, not too amazing. Had that rough outing with Eduardo Rodriguez that we want to clean up. Hopefully he can, bounce back in his next start. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.